Kia ora whānau, welcome along to Norana Park, Mangere, South Auckland for the Flag Football National Championship Games. We have had two finals already and found ourselves with the youth final, Hamilton Hawks beating out the Hawke's Bay Heat, 13 points to 12. And of course, that exciting Women's Championship game between the Metro Lioness Black team and the South Auckland Raiders. The South Auckland Raiders getting up 12 points to 6 over their South Auckland rivals. So we head down now to the coin toss in the men's final. Brendan's got the mic out.
The visitors. So Dusty, this is a commemorative coin that we're using today. Zebra bum on one side, tails, zebra head for our heads on the other side. So call it before I flip it. That's a head, you've won the toss. It's a fifth. You defer to the second half, so you get to start with the ball. Which way do you want to go?
We'll go into the wind.
Go into the wind, going this way, first up. Okay, get you guys to swap it around.
Oh.
First down, going this way. 5 minutes.
There we go, the 5-minute call. The boys shake hands, that being Darcy Williams in the black number 3 singlet for the Metro Lions, and Jordan Cox, captain, manager, coach, everything for the Hawke's Bay Heat, number 12. And you've heard it there. It looks like the Raiders will end up deferring the ball, and it will be the Hawke's Bay Heat who start with the ball and possession, and they will start against the wind from what I understood. So the teams will switch over from where they have warmed up. Or I've completely misread that and they're going to stay doing what they're doing. Either way, it is the men's grand final championship game here at Norana Park, Mangere, South Auckland, between the Metro Lions and of course last year's beaten finalists, the Hawke's Bay Heat. Let's catch up with a little bit of an interview we did earlier with both the team captains.
Kia ora koutou whānau, welcome along, of course, to semi-final time here at Flag Football Nationals, and it's an absolute treat. The weather isn't absolutely ideal, but we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. Standing with me now is semi-finalist 2 team, Nelson Honey Badgers, Jono Entwistle, and Jono.
Mishap there. That was Jono Entwistle, who would hate to be known that we're interviewing him for a final. Their team, the Honey Badgers, were outed in the semi-finals by the Hawke's Bay Heat, who are playing in this grand final. So, countdown is on. Everyone's getting their flags sorted. It will be the Hawke's Bay Heat, last year's finalists, taking on the Metro Lions. Now, these two teams in the 3 championships that have run through, both these teams have never faced each other one single time, which is very, very odd. So even though they've both been involved in most of the competitions, they've never played each other, which is very odd. And of course, one team has won a championship before, that being the Hawke's Bay Heat. And this will be a chance for the Metro Lions to try and win their first chip and flag football, which they will be keen to do. Of course, Joel Cox, the brothers pair there. Big Murray Orr for the Hawke's Bay team. That outfit, that Heat team, is full of talents. None other than the man who absolutely blew the opposition off the field, and Adam Blake, who is the speedy receiver that you need to keep an eye on in this game for the Hawke's Bay Hawks. Hawke's Bay Hawks. I'm talking about my basketball. Hawke's Bay Heat. And yeah, he's the one you keep an eye on. The guy with the black visor on, hands on hips, standing out there, Adam Blake. Very, very tidy receiver. And plenty to see in this team. So let's look through the team sheets and see who we have playing in these games. Of course, Metro Lions premier team, plenty of people to watch, Brendan. Plenty of people to get excited by. If we look at the Metro Lions team here on screen, there's a couple of your favourites there. Eddie Taylor, the defensive back, wearing the number 9 and wide receiver. He has plenty to say. I'm a big fan of Martino Meredith, the quarterback. He just seems to let that ball fly. And keep an eye out for number 3, Darcy Williams as well, captain and defensive back and wide receiver, wearing the number 3 jersey. And over onto the Heat. And plenty to see there on their team as well. The Heat coming in strong with very good wide receiver, number 11, Adam Blake, Jordan Cox, the captain, the manager, the owner, everything, number 12, and the captain. Harvey Goodwin, Joel Cox, and of course a special shout out to Murray Orr, who saw his son just miss out on a championship ring in the youth final as the Hawke's Bay team went down in that team against the Hawks. So we start off with the Heat on offense, and it is Jordan Cox with a little fling out to the right to his younger brother Joel, who was cutting over the middle. And there's a real feeling of kind of not a bit of the unknown here at the moment, Brendan, as we look at this final. Neither of these teams have played each other before.
No, which is, you can scout them as much as you want, but unless you know right up against a guy, how they move, how they play, you just don't know.
Cox with two receivers out to his left and one to his right. Blake, very nice little route there, and they carve off half the distance they'll need to get to halfway. And it is all on in the grand final of the Men's National Football Championship game. Hawke's Bay Heat with the ball on offense. Three wide receivers stacked out to his right. Jordan Cox takes the ball back and it's back to his centre Orr, and that's a great one-handed grab. He's just so efficient, isn't he?
He's just Superman of that team, isn't he?
He just, he does everything so well. Hikes the ball back perfectly, then does his out route perfectly, grabs it with one hand perfectly. It's exactly what you need in a grand final when the nerves are up and everyone's a little jittery. Jordan Cox now stands behind centre. Three wide receivers out to his right. That was the motion. Pulls it through. He's had the ball passed back to him from younger brother Joel, which means he can rush. He is rushing, and he twists and turns, and it will see. No, they haven't given him the first down. They have not given him the first down, and yes, they have. And there was a bit of arguing there, and it took one official to call it from the far side, and
flag was pulled on one side of the line, but the ball was on the other.
So it was a good. I mean, I either way, we're not going to get to the replay in time, but you know what? I'm happy with that. So the first down has been given, and now Hawke's Bay Heat will have another 4 plays to try and get it into the end zone in their first drive of the Men's Flag Football Championship game. Cox gets it back. A little bit of time with a bit of a pump fake, and he's gone.
Tipped at the point of release.
That must have, because it started to float up there a bit, and Jordan prides himself on making sure that he makes those balls sail. So, ball comes back to halfway, and it will be second down. You get 4 offensive plays on either side of the half to try and make it into the end zone. They've used up one of them, and we have wide receivers out to the left. Let's keep an eye on Adam Blake, the number 11, as he goes one way, goes out, and couldn't quite find any freedom there. He went for younger brother Joel. And Joel didn't get the separation and couldn't get his hands on the ball. So we move on to third down now. And the pressure is starting to wear on them. It's taken them quite a few plays even to get to halfway, and now quite a few plays to get past halfway.
They're just testing the waters.
They are. 3 wide receivers stacked to the right. He gets the ball back. Jordan, he's going to run with it, and he has run with it. A great hip movement, and there's, I'll tell you what, it was a good play. It was well driven up, but it felt like Jordan Cox there really threw it a bit heavier into the wind, expecting the ball to be held up with that wind. Murray Orr had streaked down the right-hand side and was waiting for that ball to be delivered, but it was overthrown. So here we go. Final possession here, or final play to try and make it into the end zone. And they are taking their time. As you see Sam Brown, number 7, on screen with the hand up in the air. He's rushing. He'll be hoping to get his hands on those tags. Jordan Cox drops all the way back. He's dropped a long way back. It's a bomb. He's thrown it all the way up.
And tapped by number 1.
It was good defense.
Clinton.
Very good defense. And Clinton Mahoney makes the play on the ball. And it's a turnover on downs. We will now see for the first time in the men's final the Metro Lions offense, which was absolutely humming in the semis, Brendan.
As I said in the thing in the game, they were a well-oiled machine.
Keep an eye out for the number 14. Thomas Nyan, very tidy player, and there's Meredith, and he goes straight to him straight away, and a little bit of a twist and a turn, and carves up a good 10 metres, and the machine has started off quickly and efficiently, and is looking good as Meredith, Martino Meredith, playing QB, finds his man. He's got his running back behind him. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. Meredith again slings it, and a flag's thrown all over the field, so it'll be interesting to see what happened there. It was a good reception in the end, but I think it'll count for none because the flags have all been thrown on the field. We will see what the decision is. There we go. Contact on the rusher, which means the offense has been penalised and will lose 10 yards. Of
half the distance.
Sorry. That's a big
one.
That's a big one. That doesn't seem like the crime fits the punishment there.
Yeah, but he's got his hand up. He's showing, hey, look, I'm coming at you.
But
Give me a free path.
Is it really worth half the distance? There he goes again. Meredith. Oh, great defence. The same man who picked up the penalty in the first instance has also been the man who's batted the pass down. And you know what? We were excited to see this Metro Lions men's offense get underway, but Martino Meredith has managed to connect in one pass, and then a penalty and a batted down pass has got them in all sorts of trouble. Here we go again. What can they do this time? Meredith throws a bomb. It's open. Oh, Thomas Nyan. So close. That wind, not only does it pick it up and push it a few yards longer, but it also pushes it slightly off to the right, and that is the route that he ran, and that's where the ball ended up, just slightly off, a little long, and a little to the right. You can thank the wind for that, can't you, Brendan?
You can. Look at them now, probably just aiming for halfway, not bomb it, not short punch. They'll probably go 10 hooks out, get that first down, reset.
Here we go. Meredith once again skips off to his left and sacked. Wow.
Harvey Goodwin is showing his worth as the #1 pass rusher in this tournament.
Man, Goodwin, he has been on him like a rash, and we saw it in the first half of the semi-finals for the Heat where they were struggling. They were struggling on offense, and it was their defense that ended up, getting them through. We are seeing that again. They struggled a bit on that first possession, that first offensive possession, and it's their defense that made the big play then.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be a defensive game. You've got Eddie and Darcy on the Metro Lions defense, which are shutting them down, and you've got this great pass rush of the Heat as well. What should be a repeat of the women's game?
So Cox off to Orr, picks up a nice few yards to begin with. Get rid of the nerves. 3 wide receivers stacked to his right-hand side, including younger brother Joel Cox. Jordan takes the ball back. A few shoulder movements. Great wheel. Oh, man, he sings it, doesn't he? Adam Blake. Mate, it looks like there's a flag been thrown there for defensive pass interference.
That flag was thrown with some aggression as well.
Yeah. Referees know they're on stream right now as well, so if they're going to throw a flag, they're going to throw it with some real vengeance. And that has been a very handy penalty. And back to first down, which is, Metro Lions have done very, very well and have been looking good, but the last thing they want to be doing is giving up free yardage, especially to such a dangerous team like this last year's beaten finalist in the Hawke's Bay Heat. Here goes Jordan Cox. It looks like a streak up the line. That looks good, but
impact.
The intercept, Eddie Taylor. Let's have a look at the replay. Eddie Taylor read it like a book. Jordan Cox flung it up the middle. Here we go on the replay. Orr throws it back. Cox flings it with all his might, and it was just absolutely cut off. And he did say, keep an eye out for Eddie Taylor, and he has stepped up. So the tangled web we weave as we continue in this final with as we click just under 5 minutes to go. And Meredith, the great ball to Connor Regan. Of course, Connor took a very, very heavy hit in the semi-final. He ended up winding himself in the end zone, landing on his back after being tunnelled by a defender. He's back and looking strong for this final. As the first down has been called, and Meredith standing in the backfield. Tino Meredith with the pass. 2 receivers out to his left, 1 to his right. And Jake Akuno, who had a massive game in the semi-final as well. Such a massive rig. You find him in the end zone. Look how much taller he is than everybody else. He's a tough mark, and he did a lot of streaking, and that's what they're wanting to do. So, Matino Meredith, second down, rotation of the shoulders, and no luck there, looking for his receiver Connor Regan. But good defense from Blake, they've got a hand in the way. Back to the drawing board for Matino Meredith. See what they can do. Metro Lions, wind at their back. First half of the Flag Football National Championship game up against last year's beaten finalists, the Hawke's Bay Heat. Here we go, Matino. Pass back, Darcy, looking like he's trying to find him again. He's gone, oh!
Almost got by Thomas.
I feel like Darcy Williams was caught in 2 minds there. It was either an intercept or whether he was going to pass it back to, I think...
Martino was doing a streak up the sideline.
Meredith was looking for the pass to come back to him, and Darcy saw something a little more tempting than the big fella. He couldn't find him in the end. Jack Akino still looking for his first gather of the game. As the clock ticks under 3 minutes now, and still no scoring, which is all good, because we know it can happen in flurries, as we've learned from the last 2 finals. Meredith, 2 wide receivers out to his right, centre, heading out left. Darcy Williams drops back. Let's see if he hits Meredith this time around. He's got so much time. He's going to the big fella, and he gets it, and it's a touchdown. It is big Jack Akuno who brings it in, and it will be the Metro Lions who kick on in first and get the touchdown. Let's have a look at the replay. Man, Williams just bought so much time. All the time in the world, no rushing, just look at that.
Pointing, go there,
pointing,
go there.
And then boom in the end zone. And we have points, which is great. Always great to have points in the final. And it is the Metro Lions who get themselves onto the scoreboard first. And Meredith bringing his receiver in. Being rushed there, and 1 point is good. So, interesting times. I know the Hawke's Bay Heat would have very much fancied themselves in this matchup. I know they were confident. They would have felt like, you know, this is a team that they can move around the field. They're smaller, they're more agile. We can get the things done here, but it is in fact the big fella and the size that's counted for Metro Lions. So far, so good. As we tick under 2 minutes left on the clock, and we see the Hawke's Bay Heat back out there. Jordan Cox, 3 wide receivers out to his right. Blake just staying there in the middle, and he'll get the ball back. Nice little route there, trying to find the way out, maybe stop the clock, but the clock is still running. They've been in this position before, haven't they? Like, they know that this is what they're in for.
Yeah, they knew there was going to be tough, hard. There was going to be point for point for point. As Jordan Cox famously says, you won't go broke making a profit. So you'll see that they'll be constantly just doing small passes, that dink and dunk football, make his brother earn those extra yards.
Like that. That is Joel Cox with the reception from older brother Jordan. Sends him out over the middle. Lucky this isn't contact, because imagine how many times you'd send your younger brother over the middle. Oh, you can run into the linebackers. Just go, man. Go.
If this was contact, the younger brother would be the better player.
You reckon? There we go. Jordan got the ball back so he can run with it, and runs he does. Didn't lose a flag either, so I would think that would be a first down on the backs, that the flag wasn't pulled unless he went out of bounds.
Where the foot stepped out, yep.
Okay. So evasive, isn't he, Jordan Cox? You know, most people, that flag would have been pulled the first go, but he's just got away with it. doing those dips, just moving out of the hand control of the person coming through. So 2 wide receivers stacked out to his left. Jordan Cox goes to one of them, and that is Hinton, number 24. Who's been doing a lot of work on defense, Ruben Hinton. Now proceeds to give out on offense as well. So first down is called. We are running this first clock down, so we don't know exactly how much time left. Of course, the referees have their own watches that they're working to, and the clock is running. Jordan Cox gets it back, so he can run right now as well. Younger brother gave it back to him.
Gets the sack.
That's a wonderful sack by Sam Brown, and Sam's been hunting all game long, so, you know, treats for all the work he's been done.
But that's a big loss.
It is a big loss, especially into the wind. That's the worst thing right now. And for those of you at home, you can see the flags blowing. It is into the faces of the heat, so just chipping off bit by bit by bit is what they've been trying to do. And as the clock starts to count down, this is niggly. So, second down. Cox has 2 receivers out to his right, 1 on his left. Of course, Big Murray Orr likes to run as well. And it's a big ball, it's a bomb. It's Adam Blake, he's going up for it. Great defense being played there. 2 of the best in the business going head to head, and Eddie Taylor getting the better of that little wee matchup. Eddie Taylor and Adam Blake, arguably the 2 top players in this tournament on defense and offense, going at it, and that's what we like to see. That streak along the right hand side, he left it all out there. That's all you can ask of your wide receiver. As you can see on screen right now, Sam Brown, he has been a menace on defense. And has his hand up in the air and ready to sneak in there and try and get Jordan Cox again. Here he is chasing, pressures on. Here's Sam Brown. Who's he going to win? Oh, he's got there again. Tell you what, if you're looking for an MVP for the defensive side of things, right now in the grand final, you wouldn't look much further away than Sam Brown. He has been hustling, and that looks like that will bring the first half to a close, and a very, very tight grand final, the Flag Football National Championship game between the Metro Lions, who sit on 7 points, and the Hawke's Bay Heat, who have none.
So who'll score first? Us. Who'll win? Us. And total points? Heaps. Know your game? Get more out of it than ever before. Combine single bets on the same match with TAB's Same Game Multi. Now you're in the game.
Rightio, welcome back to Norana Park in Mangatea, South Auckland for the Flag Football National Championships Grand Final in the men's division. Quick shout out and congratulations to our youth final winners, the Hamilton Hawks, winning 13 points to 12 over the Hawke's Bay Heat. And of course the Women's Championship. If you missed that, go back and look at the stream. It was great football going on there. And congratulations to the South Auckland Raiders, winning 12 points to 6 over the Metro Lioness Black team. Right now, our focus is on the men's grand final for the Flag Football National Championships in 2021. And it is the Metro Lions in black who will start off with the possession and the wind in their faces, who lead 7 points to 0 over last year's beaten finalists, the Hawke's Bay Heat. And plenty of people down here to watch the final play. Of course, it's been a long weekend, a lot of injuries, a lot of muscle pulls and tears, but we've finally found our way to the final, and it is Meredith who gets the snap. Tino Meredith, and a nice wee route run there, and a good ball and a good catch by his wide receiver Connor Regan. So what are you doing right now, Brendan? Mark Peart here. Brendan McGurk is my side commentator. What would you be doing right now if you were coaching this Metro team? You've got a 7-point lead, you're going into the wind.
honestly, I'd probably be forcing the ball to my big boy Jack. You know, he's shown time and time again he can get the ball. He's got the height. Just feed him. Feed the beast.
Jack Akiono, and almost goes the opposite direction to what you've just suggested.
The smallest man on the field.
Feeding the smallest man on the field, that is Thomas Nzaff.
Who's your favourite player on this side?
He is my favourite player. I've said it once, I'll say it again. He reminds me of for those of you who watched the football back in the day, he reminds me of Maurice Jones-Drew. Just that stocky, good on his feet, spins, twists, just niggly to try and defend against. Plenty of speed, can catch the long ball as well. As you'll see here, as he picks up more yardage, Thomas Nzaff just proving that me calling him Maurice Jones-Drew is not a stretch at all.
No, not at all.
So, 2 plays, both successful, and first down on halfway. The Metro Lions looking to build on their lead, up by 7 points over the Hawke's Bay Heat in the men's grand final of the Flag Football National Championships 2021. Meredith drops back into the pocket and finds the big fella, the man that we've all been talking about, who had a massive semi-final, Jack Akiono. I want to get that right, Akiono. And he has done just that again, pulled the ball in, gone out, and given them more chance. This will be second down. And the steely vet, isn't he? Martino Meredith. He just looks so smooth in the pocket there, and those balls, whoa, sings through Thomas's hands there. Not his fault. That was a rocket. You want to try and catch those, but sometimes when it's thrown that hard, you get given the, mate, not your fault.
Not your fault.
Not your fault.
It's not your fault.
So Martino Meredith in the pocket. He'll see 3 receivers out to his left, and of course Stewart is a centre who he throws to. Oh,
unlucky there.
Threw a hand up to just receive it, but almost did the opposite. Knocked it down and almost straight into the Heat defender. So here go the Heat. On defence, they don't want to see that score go any further up on the Metro Lions side, that's for sure. And a very dangerous squad, this Metro Lions team. They can put points on as they showed in the semi-final. Here we go, Meredith again swings it out to Darcy Williams, another trick play. He puts up the head fake and the throat, and it's going through the centres, and they've got a second touchdown. It was a wonderful play. I don't know how he ended up that open. Let's have a look at the replay and just see how that occurred, because, man, that looked like some open real estate. It was great work there from Darcy, and he just cut back, didn't he? And there was no one on him. And well done to the Metro Lions. Man, they've looked good, and that was into the wind.
It was into the wind. It's almost like every game it's actually every game they've played this tournament, they've just got better and better and better.
Well, that's what you want. Meredith looking to add the extras, and it bypasses Meredith and goes straight to Darcy Williams, who ends up taking the sack. So the extras will not be added. That score looking very promising now for the Metro Lions, and the Hawke's Bay Heat will be ever conscious that they need to start putting some points up on the board. They don't want to go down much further. Metro Lions 13, Hawke's Bay Heat 0. Let's see how they go this time around. And Jordan Cox stands behind centre, off to younger brother. And, oh, it's a good run. It's a great run. It's a wonderful run all the way to the halfway line. I mean, you know what? When you're looking to try and spark your offense up, something like that from Joel Cox is all you're looking for. That's all you need. They've had trouble, real trouble. And if we get a chance to see that on replay, I would take it, because he went straight up the sideline. It looked like nothing. It looked like nothing was open, but got through 1, got through 2, 3, 4 defenders still spinning. And finally, they get it at halfway, so first down, and we're back into the live action. 2 wide receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Joel Cox comes ahead in front of Jordan again. Jordan fakes it and goes through. It is to Adam Blake, and Adam's got free. He's open and marching it down the field, and that's how dangerous and why this team is in the grand finals. This Hawke's Bay Heat team can move.
2 plays just outside the 5.
There we go. And I think every team in the competition has felt the wrath of the Hawke's Bay Heat moving it that quickly at some stage or another here in the tournament, apart from this Metro Lions team who managed to get here without facing the Heat. So, back to it. 13-point lead for the Metro Lions, but the Heat knocking on the door, trying to score for the first time in the game. In this second half, bit of a head fake. Oh, not going to call anything on that. I would have, just simply because it was sold so well. I've got a heart for someone who's, Adam Blake, I've got a heart for offensive players over defensive players all the time, so I would have thrown 3 flags at that. But no, wasn't to be. Tell you what, even it was probably uncatchable anyway, because Jordan Cox underthrew that one and threw it wide. So, what can the Hawke's Bay Heat do? Second down. 3 wide receivers stacked out to his right. Joel Cox was supposed to get the ball but didn't get it. He's throwing it wide and it was a diving pass. A diving catch at least, and Adam Blake just missed it.
9 out of 10 he would come down with that.
9 times out of 10 he might have come down with it, but not today in the finals. He'll have to try again. 3 wide receivers stacked out to the left. Jordan Cox behind centre. Murray Orr is the centre and making it happen. Joel Cox got a touch on it. Does that mean he can run? No, it doesn't. He throws it forward. Oh, great defensive stand.
Batted down, but there's a flag.
Darcy Williams. No, it wasn't Darcy Williams. It was Eddie Taylor who got up nice and high and knocked that ball down, but there's a flag. We will see what's happened. And I don't like the look of it if you're a Hawke's Bay Heat fan. Okay, no, we do like that. We do like the look of that if you are a Hawke's Bay Heat fan, because they're about to march at half the distance to the goal, and this will be cleared, and it'll be first down. They'll get 4 more plays to try and get the ball over the line, and I'm not sure they'll need all 4, because this team is starting to click. They're starting to look dangerous, and even a team as good as the Metro Lions on defense, they may struggle right now. Just get the feeling that Jordan Cox and Adam Blake have had enough, and they will be hooking up at some stage. Here we go. And, but a wee out route. Just gives himself enough space on the corner, and he just missed him. And I've clearly misread this entire situation, because that was 4th down. I would have thought that the downs were reset when the referees marched it back for the offside. That's all right. We're all learning.
Would have been half the distance to the goal, because they were right in front of the goal. It looked like it made no difference.
Yeah, true. Here we go. Back out on offense, the Metro Lions, and Meredith swings it to Thomas Nyan, and he's shelled that one. It's gone out of bounds. It was a tough one, considering he had a defender on him. So, into the wind. Can the Metro Lions do what they did last time and march it down the field? I wouldn't put it past them with the way Martino Meredith has been passing the ball, because he has been straight slinging it, and the Lions have looked good. All the receivers nice and close, bunched in the middle. Thomas Nyan takes the handoff, and evasive play. Picks up an extra couple of meters on the backs of just being so niggly to grab the flags from. Third down. And what can they draw up? Meredith got the wristband, got the plays on it. I'm willing to bet good money this one's going to Big Jack. Big Jack Akiono. Meredith, oh no, looks him off. Still an option. Meredith, oh, great hands. Great effort. They've been looking at this play all day, and
Finally pulled it off.
Finally pulled one off. And it looked good. Wonderful play indeed. And nothing like being able to have a mobile quarterback that is able to throw it and then scoot down the sideline and pick up a first down as well.
Yep.
So, well, it didn't pick up the first down after all. Just a couple inches back, half a metre away. And here we go. Martino Meredith, quick out. Oh, great defensive play. Adam Blake. That was Let's have a quick look at the replay on that, because that was pivotal. Here goes Martino Meredith. He knows he only needs to pick up a few yards. And Darcy Williams does a quick out and bang, hits him, but no, Blake gets a hand in front. That is a wonderful defensive stand. And you just get the feeling, right, that the Heat know it's go time as we count. Clock counts under 5 minutes. They need to push the go button if they are to win this final. Down 13-0 in the Flag Football National Championship 2021 men's final. The Metro Lions have a 13-point lead, but the Heat have the wind at their backs. Jordan Cox takes the ball back. It's a long streak. It's going to be a big one. It's gone long. It's gone high. And that's just how strong this wind is, because you would rate Jordan and his accuracy to be able to hit that streak.
Yeah. That pass rush there, he's having to put the ball out just a little bit too early.
So, what can they draw up? The lads out of the bay. What can they draw up in second down against a very willing opponent in the Metro Lions? Probably the strongest defensive side they've had to play against all weekend. Darcy Williams comes up close to the line, and he does the big streak. Or Murray Orr, again, very, very solid set of hands, and marches that up the field. Bit of a strange one on the rush there. They looked like they had two players up there rushing, but only one. Darcy Williams put pressure on Jordan Cox, who found Murray Orr, who had originally snapped the ball back to him, and picked up some good yardage there on the ball. So, Hawke's Bay Heat, three wide receivers out to his right. Joel Cox takes the ball, spins it back to older brother Jordan, who can run now, and will run now, and makes some good yardage again, but they're slowly tinkering their way up the field. I think they would prefer to be able to bomb it, but I don't think they're going to get that luxury when you look at Eddie Taylor back there and Darcy Williams. They're a tough combo to run through and throw over the top of. Both very, very good defenders. Had that with Sam Brown on the rush, and they've really got this Heat team on the ropes right now. Jordan Cox takes the ball, buys some time, gets his hips clear, finds younger brother Joel, and Joel will give them the first down. That was a great pass. How much pressure. Brown had him in the corner there. Jordan Cox was backing back.
Backing. And he's getting the ball out, and I just don't know how.
It's incredible. I don't mean to be that guy who compares him to Patrick Mahomes, but I'm going to be that guy who compares him to Patrick Mahomes. Gets his hips wide, gets a little bit of a rush on, and slings it over the middle. I mean, they're one and the same people. Here he goes again. Jordan Cox fires it. Oh, it's gone high through the hands of Blake, and it's been picked off. That is devastating. And that is not what the Heat needed or wanted this time in the game. Already down 13 points to 0. Let's see if we've got the replay here of that play. And here it is. Cox stands back, tries to sling it sidearm over the middle, but it gets tipped through Blake's hands. And Darcy Williams, very, very happy with himself and knows that is a massive play to be able to keep Hawke's Bay Heat scoreless. And comes the replacement quarterback and a few of the replacement players, giving them some chances in the finals. And the big number 16, Jack Akiano. Jack Akiano, of course, played remarkably well in the semi-final. Big body, a big unit, buys some space, plenty of toe, gets out in front of the defenders, and there's very little else you can do. Brennan, I mean, you've made your career and craft in defending. How do you defend something that big? you hear it there, ladies and gentlemen.
You pray your pass rush can prevent the ball.
He just let out some air. He's like, oh, it's a deep ball, and there it is.
Over the back shoulder.
I feel like
he's hurt.
He's done his knee. Connor Regan. That looked extremely odd the way he actually came down. Let's have a look at the replay and just see how Connor went down there, although he's walking pretty well. And the quarterback, look at that, slung it. And this, I don't know what he did there, but I'll tell you what he didn't do. he didn't drop the ball.
He
and
didn't celebrate either.
No.
He's humble.
He didn't drop the ball, and that was the main thing, because the Metro Lions now truly have put themselves to a place where you'd be confident at this stage. You've won it, considering there is no time left on our clock. But you never say never, because A, two things here. It's the Hawke's Bay Heat, who they're going up against, who have pulled some miracles in the past. And B, we don't actually know the official time. It's run by the referees, so. Oh, it's a great ball. Quarterback buys some time and absolutely slung it in there. So, there we have it, the boys all celebrating in front of the camera, as they should. It looks like we will have a first-time winner of the Flag Football National Championship Men's Division. First time winner, of course, Hawke's Bay Heat have won the championship before. Tamaki Lightning have won it. Who else has won it, Brennan?
We've had Nelson have won it in its very first year as an invitational.
Nelson, Honey Badgers. Oh, here come the Heat going long. No such luck so far. They know that's all that's left to do, is to have a sling. And fair enough, so we will have a first-time winner in the Metro Lions in this men's division if the score stands. And I would say it would. Not a lot of time left on the clock. And who would be your MVP? Brennan, who's been most impressive for you so far?
For me, probably, we spoke before, but probably Sam Brown,
Yep.
pass rush. He's made things difficult, and as I say that, he's just batted down a pass straight from his hand.
Yeah, the cameras missed that. They thought that he'd let the ball go, but what happened there was Jordan Cox cocked the arm right back and went to sling it, and Sam Brown got a hand right on top of the ball before it even got out of the hand. So more extreme hustle from Sam Brown. And I would agree with you, mate. He's been the biggest difference in this game. I mean, he was reasonably tidy in the semi-final and did very, very well, but this has been something else. So let's see what's left in the Heat tank. And it will be a run. Oh,
a nice little dip.
And a Blake there, showing what you can do when you're headed straight on in. Wee cheeky dip. And
Timeout called by Hawke's Bay.
the Heat take a timeout. We'll still look to the referees to see if they give us some clue as to how much time they have left on their clocks. .54 seconds, did I hear?
Yep.
54 seconds to go. So we will be seeing what the Heat can do. And Jordan Cox, a nice little out route there, run. So they pick up the first down. They will have more downs to play with now. 4 plays to try and make it into the end zone. They've reset the downs. That's what they came out to do. And did that successfully as the wind starts to pick up. Ruben Hinton made that play. Blake again with the ball. And look who it is. Sam Brown, that train is never late. Seems to be able to...
You can set your clock to it, can't you?
Absolutely. Seems to be able to make it through and do his thing on every single...
Death taxes and Sam Brown getting a sack.
That's right. That's right. So, as the clock counts down, let's see what else they can do. Cox with 3 receivers out to his right. He'll want to fling it long. He'll want to fling it deep. And Blake, It just hasn't been his day. Let's hit the replay and see how that all played out. Blake, you would have thought he could have held that one, but didn't. There it is. Cox just threw it in there, and he got just. There was a lot of contact there.
There's a lot of contact when it hit the ground.
So Referees. No call or half the distance? What is the call?
No, I think they're going for 2.
Ah, so they've given the touchdown.
Yeah.
Plenty of contact again, and they finally got it. Yes. That was a goodie. They have been trying all day, well, all game anyway. Adam Blake trying to get that ball off as the wind starts to whistle through over Norana Park. And Jordan Cox gets the 2 points. So Hawke's Bay Heat get 8 points on the scoreboard. It will not be enough though, as the Metro Lions look to celebrate their first ever flag football national championship. And this will be, well, should be something pretty safe, Brendan. You wouldn't want to be flicking a quick 6 and out. Oh, Thomas Nzaff getting a bit more extra yardage. A few spins and twisting, and the clock remains ticking over. And there it is. A massive congratulations to the Metro Lions taking out the Flag Football National Championships 2021 Men's Division with a 21 points to 8 victory over the Hawke's Bay Heat. Commiserations to the Hawke's Bay Heat. I know they have some very, very strong and good players who represent the Mako, the New Zealand Mako, the flag football team, the national team. Commiserations to them, a second season in a row where they will be the beaten finalists. You can't find a nicer squad either, full of proper gentlemen who put a lot into this weekend as they came all the way up here with their junior team as well. So an amazing result for them to get through to the finals. They'll be disappointed they didn't win the grand final. But mate, what an absolute stunner of a turnaround for the Metro Lions, who qualified second in their division and made it through. They weren't expected to do what they did to make it through into the finals, beating the Tamaki Lightning. And then they were not expected, to be fair, to take out the grand final, which is absolutely amazing that they have done so. So congratulations to the Metro Lions, 21 points to 8 winners over the Hawke's Bay Heat and taking out the Flag Football National Championships male division. And as we look down on the field, we will see the hugs, the happiness. They know they've worked hard for this. They've deserved it. They all had a go at taking it on. And we will head down onto the field now. And Brendan McGurk standing next to Darcy Williams.
Thanks, Mark. Darcy, first, congratulations. Sir. Obviously, you and Eddie in the backfield made things quite difficult. Yep. But how important was having such an efficient and vicious pass rush working for you guys?
Yeah, Sammy made out there at the pass rush. Killed it. Killed it. He hasn't been playing this game for long, but he smashed it today. So we didn't have to do too much work out the back. He won the game for us.
Yeah. As we said, death taxes and getting sacks.
Yeah.
Metro Lions, this is obviously a big improvement from last season where you guys got 5th, now 1st. Yeah. What's next for you guys?
I don't know. We only started flag about 6 months ago, so I think we just want to keep playing it now. The boys are going to keep coming back now that we've got a win under our belt. And yeah, just really proud of them.
Hey, enjoy the rest of your night, mate.
Of course, of course.
Well, there you have it. A very happy Darcy Williams, and rightfully so. Their team probably underperformed, if I'm being honest, in their last years. And as we look through the championship, there they are, all down there on the photos, getting it on the gram. And the presentation will be taken shortly. It'll be done shortly, sorry, as we cross back down onto the field. Brendan McGurk next to Jordan Cox.
Move over.
And he'll have something to say for his lads who have done very, very well this weekend. Over to you, Brendan.
Hey, thanks, Mark. Not the result you wanted. It always seems a bridesmaid, never a bride. But what did you see from your guys that worked really well?
Oh, our defense was just fantastic today. You know, Harv was locking it down with the pass rush. Boys were jumping aggressively into the routes, not a lot of missed rips. So, you know, all the basics were there. We just didn't have that little special extra touch that the Metro boys seem to have today. So, you know.
hey, come back next season stronger and better, eh?
Oh, we'll be back again. We'll be back again. Who knows? We might make another final. Who knows? We might actually win one.
Yeah.
You know?
So the Marco campaign's coming up. So what's your next steps with that?
So I'm going to be, hopefully, one of the quarterbacks trialling as a New Zealand Marco this year. So that's for me personally. We've got a few of our guys from the Heat team that will be looking to make that wider training squad for the New Zealand Marco. And yeah, who knows what's going to happen this year? We could be off to Worlds.
All the best for the future, mate.
Awesome. Thanks, Brendan.
Thank you to you, Brendan, and also thank you to Jordan Cox, a true gentleman of the game, a true stellar, one of the real good guys of the sport. So a shame for them, the Hawke's Bay boys, who in this season, as they did last season, runners-up to the Grand Champions. But a massive congratulations. Thank you to everyone who's taken the time to watch the stream. Apologies from me and my co-commentators if we've announced any names incorrectly. No disrespect intended. But yeah, thank you for joining the stream, and well done to the teams who have taken out their championships. In the youth final, it was the Hamilton Hawks getting up 13 points to 12 over the Hawke's Bay Heat. Congratulations to the South Auckland Raiders women's side who took out the championship there over the Metro Lioness Black team, 12 points to 6. And a massive congratulations to first-time winners of the men's grand final in flag football national championships. It's the Metro Lions, 21 points to 8, winners over the Hawke's Bay Heat. I wish you farewell and thank you for your time. God bless, and we will see you same time next year.